So just the other day, TMZ posted a story, a very startling story about your boy DMX's health. And I'm going to read to you what they said at first, and then I'm going to read to you the updated story because the story was still developing when they posted the original story. Now, the original story was titled, quote, DMX rushed to hospital. TMZ wrote, and I quote, DMX is currently recovering in the hospital after collapsing from what he believes was a nasty asthma attack, TMZ has learned. Sources close to DMX tell us he was outside his room at the Ramada, Yonkers in New York, Monday evening when he started complaining of shortness of breath and pain in his chest. We're told the rapper has a history of smoking crack. I read that wrong. We're told the rapper has a history of smoking crack, so his entourage sprung to look for his crack pipe. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I read that totally wrong. Wait, let me bring it back. They said, we're told the rapper has a history of asthma, so his entourage sprung to look for his inhaler. Is that a soda can with holes in it by any chance? Anyways, none of my business. Is it a car antenna? None of my business. But it was too late. He had collapsed to the floor. We're told an ambulance was called and X was transported to a nearby hospital where he's currently receiving breathing treatments. So that was, and they said story developing. So that was the original story. And then they posted an updated story where it said, quote, DMX not breathing, no pulse. And it reads, and I quote, DMX was at death's door Monday night, not breathing, without a pulse, and the signs point to an overdose. It's a lot worse than the story DMX's people were putting out, that he suffered an asthma attack. Yonkers cops responded to a call about an unconscious male at a Ramada Inn just after 6 p.m. We're told when cops arrived, DMX was on the ground in the parking lot next to a parked car. Cops quickly determined he was lifeless, not breathing, with no pulse, and immediately began CPR. Is that crack pipe resuscitation? Anyway, they immediately began CPR. After a minute of CPR, X's pulse came back. A witness on scene told cops DMX had ingested some sort of oh shit. This is I need to stop laughing. This is fucked up. I'm sorry. Let me bring it back. Bring it. Switch it one time. Get my Timberland on. Cops quickly determined he was lifeless, not breathing, with no pulse, and immediately began CPR. After a minute of CPR, X's pulse came back. A witness on scene told cops DMX had ingested some sort of powder. Sounds like somebody was on that Whitney, but that's none of my business. A witness on scene told cops DMX had ingested some sort of powder before lapsing into unconsciousness. Cops gave him Narcan, an antidote to narcotic ODs. DMX became semi-conscious and was taken to the hospital. We're told DMX appears to be in stable condition at this time. No criminal charges are expected. Short story, cops saved his life. And then they updated the story at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's what, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. This was on February 9th. So Tuesday, February 9th of 2016. They said, quote, DMX denies taking any powder or drugs. We don't believe you. You need more people and more dogs. Come on, DMX. Really? Anyway, DMX denies taking any powder or drugs. He says all he remembers is having shortness of breath after suffering bronchitis for a couple of days. Really, crackitis or bronchitis? Anyway, a family member says X asked for his every time they say inhaler, I think about crack pipes. A family member says X asked for his inhaler for asthma right before he fell unconscious. They were not able to get it to him in time. He's still in the hospital. End quote. Please, DMX, don't die. I mean, I could tell. Listen, I could tell as many crackhead jokes as I want in this microphone, dog. But it's a real shit. If DMX went and died on us, shit, Yonkers, wayo, baby, home of the brave, I would not be laughing. I'm just saying, he's a rough rider, and I ain't trying to, see him go out like that. That's my dog. I love DMX, man. I'm just fucking around with y'all. But what if he would have cracked his head when he fell? Could you imagine a crackhead with a cracked head? Allegedly, because that's none of my business. I'm not saying he's on crack. I'm just saying he used to be on crack, allegedly. But I'm going to stop because I'm just being dead wrong and I'm being ridiculous now. And I don't want to get smacked by the Rough Riders. So I'm going to chill. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Do you think DMX was out there smoking crack with his dogs? Do you think he had a cocaine dog bone in his mouth? Do you think that this story is just BS and he just basically had a crack attack? You think he was out there cracking up? Did you think he almost committed crackacide? Hashtag crackacide? Thank God he's alive though. All jokes aside. Let me know what you think about it all below. Meat Magazine on YouTube, meatmagazine.blogspot.com. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine. Kids, stay away from drugs. You know, don't go around putting crack in your lungs. Step on a crack, break your mama's back. All that good stuff. Meat Magazine.